So we're talking about this thing called the Declaration of Independence. I want you to know 3 things about it. So first of all, the most famous one is that it argued that all humans, just because they're human, automatically have some basic rights that can't be taken away. So you can see this is the orange part that's highlighted. That's the part that you're going to fill in the blank on your version. So the Declaration of Independence said all humans, just because they're human, automatically have basic rights that can't be taken away. We have the right to our life, our freedom, and the ability to try to pursue what makes us happy, right? So that's this picture down here, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You've heard that before, and that's kind of the idea there, right? So that one doesn't have any orange highlighting, so it's just boom. We already knew that. We didn't need to write that down. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. There's a few asides, though. We have to mention that their definition of what it meant to be human was very limited, right? This isn't the Declaration of Independence room, but nonetheless, many of the same people, a bunch of rich white dudes. So they didn't define human in a way that we would today, but it's changed over time to now mean that human means human. Another thing the Declaration of Independence did was it explained why the Patriots, right, these colonists that wanted to break away from Britain, explained why the Patriots believed it was okay for them to overthrow their own government. There's King George, a pretend King George. But nonetheless, they figured we need to give a good reason as to why we'll overthrow this government. Otherwise, we could overthrow the government anytime we're upset with it. And they said it's not the case. You can't overthrow the government just when you're angry with it. They said that the government has to repeatedly and seriously deny citizens their basic rights. Repeatedly and seriously deny citizens their basic rights. If a government does that, then it's okay to try to overthrow it and put in a new government that protects these basic rights that you get automatically because you're human. And then the other thing that it did was it listed all the mistakes or bad things that King George had done, right? Now, a lot of people who look back and say, oh man, what a missed opportunity. Initially, Thomas Jefferson, who wrote the Declaration, and others wanted to blame him for, quote, the evils of slavery. They wanted to say slavery's messed up and it's King George's fault that we have it. But a lot of the people who owned slaves said, no, you can't do that. We like slavery. Don't call it evil. So they took it out. But it makes a lot of people wonder how different American history would have been if they had started right away saying slavery's messed up. Now, this is a different actor, but nonetheless, King George saying, what do you mean I did all those things? I'm just trying to be your king the best I can. So, the rest of these activities you're going to be researching on your own, but you should know